Hi everybody, my name is Brent. I'm with Mosquito Squad. Today we are in one of our customers' house that is in Summerville, South Carolina. A little bit about our territory. We go from Charleston, South Carolina area all the way down to the Florida-Georgia line. We have a office here in Charleston and then down in Georgia as well, in the Pooler area. So anyways, we are at a customer's house that has a misting system installed, and we kind of want to give you a quick overview on what it looked like and what exactly a misting system is. So in this particular house, so a misting system, first off, you have to have an electric outlet. That's the one big requirement for either model. There's a tank model and a tankless model. This customer here has a tank model. So we had to locate it on the side of the house here. So let me try to position it. There we go. So here the electric outlet was on the side or on the front porch, and they didn't have the budget for the tankless model, which is a little bit more and is basically just a small little box that sits on the side or back of the house. So they opted for the drum model. So this is a 55-gallon drum. Now you ask, well, it looks kind of small. Well, we wanted to hide it a little bit because it was going to be located on the side of the house, and their HOA rules, they didn't want a black drum sitting on the side of the house. So what we did is we kind of buried it halfway. Now on top, what you see here is the actual control module, right? So we're just going to uncover it. It comes with a durable all-weather cover there to kind of help to protect the module, and then that's the module itself. Underneath here, this lid here is just basically some controls that we set at the very beginning when we install it, and then you just kind of leave it and forget it, per se. So you'll see here on the side, this is a, excuse me, try to position it here. Alright, so right here is a filter that goes on the side that filters all the kind of maybe debris that might come in your water system or anything like that to prevent clogging the lines. And you'll see here, this is where we mainly split it off, and it wraps all the way around the house. Okay, so it goes to the fence in the backyard there, and we'll show that here in a minute. And then it also on the front and sides of the house, we have these copper risers here. You'll see these right here. They kind of blend in with the landscaping here, and they give kind of a nice little ornamental effect. So these copper risers go all the way around. Let's see, you can see one right there as well. We space them usually about every 10 feet or so, and it goes all the way around the house and the front. And in the backyard, we actually mounted it to the fence. So I'm going to go around to the backyard now and kind of show you that and show you how it works. Alright, so I'm now in the backyard, and what we did is we kind of blended it in with their privacy fence on the back. That was probably about the best way for us to get coverage in the backyard here. And if you look very closely, you'll see a nozzle right here, and we actually mounted those. If you kind of look down the fence line, you can kind of see a nozzle sticking all the way. Now you really can't see the tubing. If you really look really hard, you can kind of see it blending in with the rail of the fence. We try to, when we install it, try to hide it so it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. You'll see the nozzle still, but that's really about it, and only you will probably be able to see the tubing because you know exactly where it was installed. So we did it along the fence line back here, and actually in the back of the fence line, which you'll see when I activate the system, we actually put the nozzles on the back so it goes towards the woods, which is where all the bugs and gnats and mosquitoes are coming from. As far as to give the yard a full kind of perimeter of protection, we actually installed it on the back of the house here. Let me try to position the phone a little bit. It's a little tricky with this view. You can kind of see it up there. That's where they wanted it. They wanted to get a little bit of height to kind of give a downward effect for the misting. And so we actually did a little bit of tubing on the house here. Forgive me for the bad camera job. I'm trying to do this myself. So you can kind of see the nozzle there and the tubing. We try to blend it in as best we can with the color of the house and everything. And then you can kind of see it go along, if you look really hard, over on the right about where my finger's pointing. There was another nozzle that goes over the top of the porch. So what I'm going to do now is, so every misting system comes with a remote here, so you can mist whenever you want. If you know you're going to go in the backyard and the kids are going to play and the misting system isn't scheduled to go off for a few more hours, you just press the button and it puts off a mist. We usually program it to go off for about 45 seconds, and then you just wait 4 or 5 minutes, let the mist dissipate, and it's completely fine to go back outside and enjoy no mosquitoes and no gnats or no SEMs and all that good stuff. So our systems actually also come with a phone app for Android or iPhone, and let's say that you're coming home from dinner and you want to go back outside and enjoy the pool in your backyard or playground here or whatever else, and you can actually get into the app on your phone, press the mist button. It'll be misting while you're coming home, and then you get home and there's no bugs in your backyard. Now, you don't always have to manually do it. It is programmed at predetermined times of what we think is best and what the customer wants. That'll go off usually about 3-4 times a day, usually in the late evening, early morning, and the middle of the night, when the bugs are most active, to kind of continually keep them at bay to where they're not causing a nuisance in your backyard. So what I'm going to do now is kind of step in the middle of the yard here so I don't get missed by any of our nozzles here that are installed here, and I'm going to press the button here where it says mist. There we go. Alright, so you can kind of see it come up behind me there, little mist, and then if you look at the top of the house, you can kind of see a mist go out there, and then if you look at the sides of the fence here, you can see the mist come out. And then in the backyard here is kind of interesting. We installed them on the back of the fence there, and you can kind of see them come out and spray into the woods there where all the insects are. So this thing will run for 45 seconds, and then they'll enjoy no mosquitoes, no SEMs, no gnats in their backyard. Now, I explained at the very beginning about a tankless and a tank model, and we can always explain that further when we come give an estimate at your house. But the tank model was what you saw there, a 55-gallon drum that we fill with water and our chemical mixture. The chemical we use is EPA registered, non-toxic. And so anyways, the tankless model is a smaller module. It's just basically a box that, if I were to take a guess, is probably about 2 feet wide and about a foot deep, and probably about 1.5 feet tall or so, roughly. And it's just this little box that sits on the side of your house that we can really pretty much hide in between bushes or something like that. And it just basically pulls water whenever it sends off a mist cycle, instead of storing water in the drum there. It's just the drum is a little bit less because you have a drum, and then the tankless model is just a little bit more because it's just a smaller box, and so it has more intricacies into the system itself. And that's it. So if you ever have any more questions, feel free to give us a call or send us an email, and we'd be glad to give you more information on our misting systems. Thank you.